For me, this is an important occasion. Who am I? And we need some introspection. By way of preamble, I might as well mention an experience in the Arctic Circle. Some point, northern part of Norway, and we were all asked to give a salutation, typical of your country. So there was Pfukwa. Ishikewo. Nyika ino isina yava sina mavi. Nyika ine chando. Isuti no vakunodziya. And I went on and on to describe the Zimbabwean identity that we are. And indeed, it was a good reminder. So even as I begin, even as I present myself, ndinombera, ndinokwazisai, pachivanhu chedu chaipo chaipo. Ndinotenda. We are here, get that? We want to share with the producers of the intended production the dream of bringing our past to life through the medium of film. As a nation, we need to embrace and give ourselves and the future generations a chance to know and understand, whether good or bad, our history by documenting the history of our forebears. We cannot blame other nations for reporting on who they think we are when ourselves have no documentation of our own history. Zimbabweans are very fluent with the history of other nations, but cannot sit down and tell the story of our own ancestors to the younger generations. And I think we need to question ourselves. We must capture our own narratives. We must be masters of our own stories, maybe in the visual, as we are looking at it now. How much have we captured of that? We believe film is a strong medium that can be used to tell a story. The producers of this intended film have a vision of bringing to the screen the life of Mbuya Nehanda, that icon of the struggle, not only the first Chimurenga, but the second Chimurenga, and rolling over onto the third Chimurenga. And as many Zimbabweans have known as the spirit medium, that spearheaded the armed struggle, and but no one really knows who she was as a woman. Do we have a visual image of who Charwe was when she inspired people to take up arms? So as a mother who met her death at the age of 36, do we have a visual image of that hero who inspired so many of us? So with the advent of digitalization, the production costs have gone down. Distribution is now much easier. The life story of Mbuya Nehanda is long overdue, and indeed it is long overdue. It is now that we need to take advantage of this new technology and document our history. Our own narratives, we must own them. We must celebrate them. We must celebrate our own heritage, and nobody else can do it except ourselves. Nobody will sing our history except ourselves. A South African company has indicated that it is interested in distributing the films internationally, while locally we are hoping that the local authorities and the government will help us distribute the DVDs to various institutions, the schools and universities and various other places. This will also make the teaching of Zimbabwean history and various other narratives, our cultures, our heritage, our traditions, a lot easier. And it will give a better appreciation of who we are, because we owe so much to Mbuya Nehanda as she stands there. Some people quickly create barriers around themselves at the mention of our forebears, of our forefathers, of our ancestors, due to religious and political backgrounds. Yet they are the basis of what we are. They are what we are. We belong to that past because that past is in us. And that of our children and grandchildren. In this light, let us all come together to preserve the history of our nation, to preserve the narratives of our nation through film, to preserve our past, to relive them, to represent them visually through our films, through our acting, through our narratives in the various forms, so that we will make sure they live long after we have gone. We wish to describe ourselves, we wish to redefine ourselves. This is us. Let us celebrate our identities. Let us celebrate our heritage. This is us as we look at Mbuya Nehanda. I thank you very much.